You thought it was dormant, maybe even gone, but now someone's been pulling on the soul tether between the two of you. Someone's been sort of pulling on the thread that you thought was severed. This video found you to explain why you've been feeling the ripples of energy that this person has been sending you from your past. So, Divine Feminine, in this video, we are going to be talking about a Divine Masculine who has been pulling on the soul tether that, yes, still exists between the two of you, even though you may have thought by all accounts it was gone. So if that sounds like your reading, I'm going to go ahead and start shuffling the cards. If you would like a more specific message from today's reading video, be sure to subscribe and also like this video, because these are forms of energy transfer. And this tends to allow me to pick up more easily on your energy and channel more specifically for you and your situation. Let's jump right into it with the Sun card. The first card pulled in this reading, and also the number 1 card in the Energy Oracle deck. This represents the fact that you, Divine Feminine, have been truly stepping into a brand new energy space. In fact, that word new may really resonate with you on a lot of levels, because you may be getting this sense that there is this freshness about your life. Things feel new, unfamiliar, but in a good way, as though you're being swept up into this higher version of your reality that you've been imagining and visualizing for a long time, but which is now actually materializing in the physical world around you. You may at times feel as though, even though this new space feels exhilarating, it can also take some adjusting to. It almost leaves you breathless at times. But know that in those moments of breathlessness or uncertainty, this is just you adjusting to the higher version of your reality that you've been asking for and requesting for a really long time. It's here now for you, because you have had the courage and faith to remain committed to the idea of it, to the vision of it. I'm picking up on a Divine Feminine who has had to pick herself up over and over again. And although you may have wondered every single time you picked yourself up whether it would be worth it, whether it would actually work out, I'm getting that this is the part of your life where things really get good, where you really start to have it confirmed to you externally that everything you imagined internally, everything you envisioned, all of those glimpses of your future that you felt you were kind of beginning to peer into were real the entire time, because now they're going to start showing up for you. So it's very important that you don't allow those moments of uncertainty or self-doubt to hold you back, but that you recognize and affirm to yourself that those feelings of uncertainty are just you adjusting to a higher reality. In fact, if you'd really like to lock that in, type in the comments section, I am adjusting to a higher version of my reality. Especially if you've been feeling that uncertainty, this will help to anchor you in this new higher reality that you are stepping into, because you earned your way here. You've worked yourself here. You've built yourself here one brick at a time. And the guides are saying now is the time to enjoy the fruits of all of that energetic and emotional labor, to enjoy the harvest. But enjoying the harvest season is requiring you to simply trust in it, and again, to allow your whole system to adjust to it. For many of you, I'm getting this adjustment phase will especially be relevant to you in love, because you are actually adjusting to receiving higher levels of love, care, support, affection, tenderness than you've ever experienced in the past. There may be moments where you find yourself receiving so much care or so much support or so much love that there's almost a little bit of guilt that comes up from the old program, where you wonder, am I really worthy of receiving this much, of being this adored, of being this loved, of having this kind of beautiful romantic experience in my life? Those are the kind of moments I see coming in that are almost like so wonderful that a part of you wonders whether you're worthy of it. But know that that part of you has already been outgrown. It's a ghost. It's an echo. It's not really part of your core energy anymore. Clearly, your core energy has shifted into a place where you believe in your worthiness of love, or else you wouldn't be attracting it like you are now. So that is you, Divine Feminine. But of course, we're not here just to talk about you. We're here to talk about this Divine Masculine energy that seems to be pulling on the soul tether. But I couldn't go into that without first affirming to you where you are right now energetically and how far you've come. I'm seeing a whiteboard and I see it being like wiped clean. I feel the slate of your past energetically has been wiped clean. You may actually feel a sense of disconnectedness from the person that you were even just 6 months ago, a year ago, several years ago, because from an energy perspective, that version of you is being energetically erased. Not that it's being forgotten or that it didn't play a role, because of course, that version of you is to be appreciated and thanked because she got you to where you are now, to this beautiful place you're stepping into now. When I say that that version of you is being erased, I mean that any negative programming or belief systems that may have really negatively affected you in that old version of you are being erased. They are no longer affecting your consciousness. It's almost as though it's no longer perceptible on your energy. Like for those who are able to read energy, if they were able to read your energy, they wouldn't even see your past because those past vibrations are no longer present on your energy field. So part of this newness that you're feeling is coming from that. The past has literally been wiped away for you subconsciously. And by the way, you may be feeling a lot of that subconscious burning away process happening even now. And this can feel disruptive or confusing at times. For example, you may have nightmares. You may have like experiences where you wake up in a panic in the middle of the night or anxious. You may suddenly get a wave of anxiety during the day that seems to come out of nowhere, or even a wave of tiredness. Or you may feel some of those old programs suddenly coming back into your mind, kicking and screaming louder than ever before. And yet you have this deeper awareness that what you're feeling in those moments is not actually connected to your core energy, meaning to who you really are on a core level. You're actually manifesting from that core energy, not from those echoes or those fears. That's something really important for you to affirm to yourself as well, because I know that many of you are powerful manifestors and you are masters of the law of attraction and understanding the mechanics of the universe. But it's important for you to remind yourself that whenever you feel that old programming resurfacing like an echo, or even more loudly than that, again, sometimes it does feel like that old programming is kind of kicking and screaming in your mind. But when that happens, especially now, know that you are simply burning away any remnants of negative programming. You're experiencing the erasure of that past version of you from the subconscious mind. So it's being felt and experienced on its way out. But understand that the place you're actually manifesting from is your core energy. And your core energy right now is attracting in these amazing new loving experiences that, again, are feeling so big and so beautiful and wonderful and supportive that they may even trigger some of those old wounds. Like, am I worthy to receive this? But it's only because of the bigness of the love coming in that you're questioning it a little bit, but you are adjusting to it. Those doubts and those fears and those ways that you're questioning will be erased. They are in the process of dissolving, which may actually be why you're feeling them more strongly right now. This is all part of your expansion. And you're actually being prepared to receive even more than whatever you are right now. So if you are beginning to taste this new love or new abundance or fulfillment or a happiness coming in, your guides want you to know, beautiful Divine Feminine, this is only the beginning for you. It's only getting better from here. I saw a mountain, maybe mountains or rock climbing or Mount Everest are somehow relevant to someone. But I'm also just seeing you at that mountaintop frequency, like you've climbed your way here and now you're about to enjoy the view. And everything is going to be more effortless and more easy from this point forward. I'm hearing you're never going to struggle like you did in the past. There is this new ease and effortlessness that's like permanently ingrained in your energy now and is going to cause you to attract in love, support, abundance, joy, wealth, all of those things with greater ease than ever before, than you ever really imagined would be possible. Although I feel a part of you did imagine it because you've been catching glimpses of this for such a long time. You may even literally experience moments of deja vu where it's like, wait, has this happened before? It's not that it's literally happened before in the physical. It's that you've been receiving these almost waves of energy from what was once a future timeline, but is now becoming your now present timeline. In fact, I feel that when you find this video, it's a sign that your soul, your energy has already shifted to this quote unquote future timeline, which is the now timeline. And that really your body and your mind are just catching up. So any of those negative moments that you have are the process of your physical mind, your conscious mind, your physical human self catching up to where your soul has already shifted to. This is one of the most powerful, if not the most powerful spiritual shift that you've ever experienced in your lifetime is what I'm picking up on here. And it's also going to reflect in this amplified intuition. So with the third eye chakra here, you're going to notice that your intuitive voice is more natural and flowing than ever before, and that it naturally propels you into intuitively based actions, propelling you forward into aligned action on pathways that again bring about this effortless success. With the action card here, your action is going to start feeling in flow and effortless and yet super productive because it's coming from your intuition naturally. You're going to notice as well that you suddenly have insights about what direction to go in, or just insights generally about things or people in your life that just seem to pop into your mind naturally. These are all signs of your intuition actually being amplified. And the more that you facilitate this opening by not resisting it, by just simply allowing it, the more you are actually going to be amplifying your frequency in a way that is connecting you with a very abundant timeline. With door to value in the upright position, I feel there's some kind of connection between these amplified intuitive abilities and some kind of wealth or recognition or success that is coming into your life. So maybe somehow you are applying these intuitive abilities to your career, your work, your education, your business, your connections in your life. I'm hearing network. Maybe you'll be networking with some very powerful people that will give you some kind of opportunity or propel you forward in some kind of way. But you're going to notice this divine plan starting to unfold in your life one step at a time, that you are simply allowing. I'm hearing the only thing you have to do is allow. In fact, type in the comments, all I have to do is allow, to really remind yourself of the effortlessness and ease with which this highly abundant timeline is meant to be materializing around you. So, wow, there are so many powerful things happening in your energy. No wonder this divine masculine is sensing you and pulling on the soul tether. I wondered why our guides were leading us to channel so deeply into what is happening for you, divine feminine, when the purpose of this reading was to channel into why a divine masculine is pulling on your soul tether. But now it makes sense, because the reason that they are feeling you so strongly is because I'm hearing you are feeling in your own magic, in your own power, in your own self so strongly. And so because of how you are still soul connected to this person, which, yes, I know will be a bit of a surprise for some of you. I feel some of you may have tried to cut the cord or to cut ties, or you may have already grieved this connection or let it go on your end. And it's been inactive for so long in the physical that you most likely thought that it was completely gone. What was actually going on here is this divine masculine was dealing with some kind of karmic contract, with the contract card in the upright position. And I'm getting that most of you are aware of that already, because again, you are very intuitive. So as those intuitive abilities are amplified, your ability to sense into what is going on in these soul connections that are tethered to you will amplify as well. So you've had a very strong awareness, most likely, that this divine masculine is in the middle of a very heavy karmic cycle, and it feels like it was moving so slowly. From a physical perspective, it may have even looked like they were just stuck in it, that it wasn't even moving at all. And that may have been why you chose to let go on your end, or you tried to do some kind of cord cutting ritual, or to consciously put this person out of your mind. With the seventh chakra, the crown chakra in the upright position, what I'm getting is there's some kind of new spiritual consciousness that is like inundating this divine masculine and causing them to rise up to a higher level that is like dissolving or removing them entirely from whatever this karmic situation is. And it feels like something goes from looking very stuck to suddenly they're just out of it. That's kind of the feeling I'm getting. Like it looks stuck for weeks or months or years, and then suddenly there's this swooping sensation. They're lifted to this higher level of consciousness, and whatever that situation or karmic contract is just completely dissolves. Now, while I was channeling into that, I can't help but say that I feel for some of you divine feminines, you're feeling this happening on your internal divine masculine within your own life, because we all have a balance of both of these energies internally. I always say to take the messages how they resonate. And for some of you, when I channeled into the quote unquote divine masculine, it may start connecting with something happening in your world through your internal divine masculine. So what I'm getting here with that, for those who are relating to that, is that you may have noticed recently there was something very heavy or confusing in your life, a way that you felt very stuck, like no matter what you were doing, something wasn't moving or wasn't changing. And what I'm getting is like in this situation, you suddenly are brought into this broader vision or this higher level of consciousness that just like dissolves that heavy energy instantaneously. So you may have experienced this recently, or you soon will as of when you are listening to this recording, where you just suddenly find yourself like swooped up to this higher level of consciousness where whatever the problem or situation was suddenly looks completely irrelevant. And it is from an energy perspective, because you've completely expanded out of it. And the sense I get is there isn't even a need to solve it. It's almost like the mind thinks it has to solve or to fix something here. But then you get swooped up into this higher level of consciousness where there is no need to solve. It's like the solution was already within you, just waiting for you to connect in with a broader vision. And in the view of that broader vision, whatever appeared to be the problem just dissolves instantaneously. But if we're still talking about your physical divine masculine counterpart, I'm getting that they are going through an experience like that, but with a physical karmic situation, whether it's a relationship, a negative pattern in their life, whatever this is, it feels as though they are suddenly just no longer connected to or involved with that situation at all at some point. There's like this newfound lightness and like a lack of heavy attachment around them that you may even be kind of picking up on in their field, because again, you're very intuitive. And I feel that immediately, once that heavy energy is lifted, what they want to do is reach out to you. It's almost like you are the very first person that they think of on the other side of this heavy karmic situation. Like they get out of whatever this is. I keep hearing the word escape, like they're escaping something mentally or emotionally, but it happens so suddenly after being stuck in it for a long time. And when this occurs, they suddenly want to communicate with you, and they want you to know as well that they're free of this heavy energy. The strange thing is I feel that this person may have been cold towards you or was pushing you away or may have seemed disinterested. Like if you tried to reach out or have a conversation, they didn't seem open to it. But what I'm getting is like, once they're free of this karmic situation, they feel as though their eyes have been opened and they want to have a conversation with you about it. They want to tell you that they've freed themselves from this heavy situation. It's almost like they suddenly want to share so much with you, even telling you like what was really going on, because I feel you sensed that they were in a really heavy situation, but they were closed off to actually sharing like the details of that with you. But now that they're out of it, it's like suddenly the first thing they want to do is call you or text you or have a conversation with you to share all of this with you. And on a soul level, they want you to know that they're free of this person or situation. Can I get any more information on this? Yeah, and I feel that moving forward, it's like this is a divine masculine who will be focusing on re-establishing themselves in some kind of way outside of this karmic situation, which I'm hearing I lost myself in. So they may feel as though they lost themselves in this person or this relationship or this dynamic, almost like they couldn't see something clearly. And so now that they're finally out of the situation, their spiritual sight, in a sense, is clarified. And I see them suddenly wanting to come towards you. Yeah, we get the card, I'm sorry, I lied to you, but I see the lie being them trying to present that they were happy or that they were okay or content not opening up to you when they were in that situation, when you knew otherwise. You knew that they were deeply unhappy and unfulfilled, but it's almost like they weren't even acknowledging that to themselves. So they couldn't acknowledge it to you at the time either. But now that whole dynamic is reversed. Now that they're out of that situation, they want to communicate how they were feeling during it. So I'm going to go ahead and pull a few more messages from this person. But if you would like to manifest contact or communication from this person or someone else in your life, I recommend my Break No Contact subliminal meditation from the Sound and Soulful app. This subliminal is so powerful. I've been receiving so many different testimonials about this specific one. So many people have been saying that they listened to this once or a few times or over the course of a few days, and suddenly the person that they've been wanting to hear from reached out to them. The reason this works is because it works with your own subconscious mind. So it is helping you to shift your own limiting belief systems through the subconscious. And it is helping you to become magnetic and open and receptive to forms of contact and communication you desire, that you're trying to manifest. It makes you a magnet for that kind of communication, including from this person you may be wanting to hear from. So I have received stories even from people saying that they listened to this subliminal and someone who had them completely blocked reached out to them after a couple weeks, who literally had to unblock them in order to contact them. So if you would like to give this a try for yourself and see if it works for you, you can try it free for 7 days when you create a free trial account in my app, which again, the name of the app is Sound and Soulful. The link to download it directly is in the pinned comment and description box underneath this video. There are also so many other subliminals to explore in the app to shift your subconscious belief systems, rewrite your own story and your own script, and manifest your dream life. So to get started for free, click the link under this video. Okay, so let's see what else I can channel about this person. Are there any other messages from their soul or their higher self? Broken heart and happy family. So they're feeling brokenhearted because I'm hearing visions of being with you. This is someone who's getting visions or daydreams about being with you or times that they spent with you, and it's causing them to feel a deep sense of brokenheartedness. But I'm hearing they broke their own heart through lying to themselves. With the deceit card, they feel as though, in a way, like the wool was pulled over their eyes and they were not being honest with themselves. I'm hearing they may have even tried to paint you as like in a negative way in order to push you away or in order to put you out of their mind. But now they are realizing that they were lying to themselves, because they can sense with every cell of their being, with Angel of Love, that you are this being of unconditional love, that you are kind and caring and open and loving. And I feel almost like they may have tried to tell themselves that you weren't that way, so it would be easier for them to cut you off or to disconnect. But now they are realizing that they were trying to lie to themselves. The number 444 may also be connected to you in some way. So I'm going to go ahead and close the reading here. Thank you so much again for tuning in. If this connected for you, leave me a comment, let me know what resonated, and subscribe to the channel. And you can also turn on notifications so you get notified whenever I post new videos like this that could be relevant to something happening in your life. If you would like to use my Break No Contact subliminal, the link to get the Sound and Soulful app and try it free is in the pinned comment and description box below. Otherwise, have a beautiful remainder of your day. I'm sending you so much love and light energy, and I will connect with you here again in the next video.